Hello po! Say hello!
Hi!
Hello! Hi everyone! Andito po ako kina Mara. Ito po si Baduday, aking pamangkin. Babysit po ako kasi lumabas po ang kanyang mama at papa. Pumunta po sila ng Yorkdale kasi malapit na pong mag-birthday tong Baduday. Bibili po sila ng gift. Siyempre kailangan hindi makita ni Baduday ang kanyang gift. Surprise! So, babysit po ako hanggang sa dumating sila. Yes. And here is our best friend,
Elsa.
Elsa. This is Elsa. And what we're gonna do today? Are we reading books?
Yes.
What do you want? The Good Night Baby Moon? Okay, magbabasa daw po kami ng book. Ito po ang babasahin naming book. Good Night Baby Moon. Ayan, wow. And there's a moon and it's a bedtime tale about the moon. Yeah, and there's light there.
What happened?
Ngayon po ay tanghaling tapat.
She can go a lot.
Yes. Can we read it now?
Wait.
Can you open the page?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. The rabbit gazed at the moon and its cool, gentle light while out for their walk on a warm summer night. Say, hello, moon. That's full moon. Nights came and went, and they wanted to know, why had the moon changed? Where did half of it go? Oh, where did it's only half moon. Where did it go? On a night sometime later, try as they might, they could not see the moon or its beautiful light. Where did the moon go? Uh-oh, the moon's hiding. They waited and waited, then hopped with the light. The moon had come back to light up the night. There's the crescent moon. Watching the moon helped the rabbits to learn that when it goes away, it will always return.
The stars.
Yes, it's full moon and say good night, moon. And then there's the baby rabbit say good night.
Look.
And okay, Mara wants another book and it's about a Christmas tree.
What's inside?
Uh-oh, what happened there?
What?
Why it's ripped?
How to open it?
What?
How to open this?
You can't open it. It's ripped.
Oh, I opened.
No. Is it, Ken?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Wait. Oh, but it's ripped. In the boughs of the tree, there is something waiting for you to see. What could it be? Chatter, chatter. What is that? Is that a squirrel?
Yes. Hedgehog.
A chipmunks?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
See another one. Except
There you
it's
go.
wrapped.
Lift the ribbon and took around. You will find something making chirping sounds. What's that?
A bird.
Tweet, 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 tweet.
Tweet, tweet.
Yeah, okay, turn the page. That's okay, I think. Lift the branches and take a pick. There's something playing hide and seek. Where could it be? Who's playing hide and seek? Let's
it's
see. Let's open it. Uh-oh. Can you not open it? Let's see. It's open. Oh. What? Meow, meow. What's that?
A cat.
Oh, a cat. Okay, turn the page. That's it?
No.
There's another one here. On the top among the ornaments so bright, what furry animal awakes this night? What is that?
A hedgehog.
Okay, that's it.
No.
Good night.
No.
This is my favorite book, like favorite, written by Robert Munch. I love you
Look,
forever.
I'm drawing Peppa Pig.
Can I read this one?
Okay.
Oh, look, Mara wrote. What did you do with your book? A mother held her new baby and very slowly
watching.
rocked him back and forth, back
Look,
and
I'm watching
forth,
Peppa
back
Pig.
and forth. And while she held him, she sang, I love you forever, I like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. The baby grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 2 years old. And he ran all around the house. He pulled all the books off the shelves. He pulled all the food out of the refrigerator. And he took his mother's watch and flushed it down the toilet. Sometimes his mother would say, this kid is driving me crazy. Is that cute?
No, that's
But at
better.
night time, when the 2-year-old was quiet, she opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of his bed, and if he was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. While she rocked him, she sang, I love you forever, I like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. The little boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 9 years old. And he never wanted to come in for dinner. He never wanted to take a bath. And when Grandma visited, he always said bad words. Sometimes his mother wanted to sell him to the zoo. Uh-oh.
Wait,
That's the 9 years old.
what's it all?
That's a rip one. But at night, when he was asleep, the mother quietly opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of the bed. If he was really asleep, she picked up the 9-year-old boy and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I love you forever, I like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. There. And what happened to the boy? The boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a teenager. He had strange friends and he wore strange clothes and he listens to strange music. And sometimes the mother felt like she was in a zoo. Just like Kuya Jack Jack, right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, this is full of stamp. What happened to the book? Mara put stamps all over. But at night time, when the teenager was asleep, the mother opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of the bed. If he was really asleep, she picked up the great big boy and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. While she rocked him, she sang, I love you forever, I like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. And the teenager grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a grown-up man. He left home and got a house across town. And what happened to the mom? But sometimes in the dark nights, the mother got into her car and drove across town. Yeah, that's the mom. See? The mom is still cuddling his baby boy. Not baby, an old grown boy. Man, I mean. See?
That's right.
And this is the baby now is like grew older and older and older. And then now there's the son. The son went to his mother. He picked up and dragged her back and forth, and he sang his song, I love you forever and like you for always, as long as I'm living, my mommy you'll be. Okay, now we are reading Peppa Pig. Oink, oink. This is Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig is 4 years old. She lives with Mommy Pig, Daddy Pig, and her little brother,
And he jumped on
George. They have many exciting adventures together. They're like going to the supermarket or visiting
splashing the muddy puddles.
visiting the park, but Peppa likes jumping in a muddy puddles best of all. And how about George?
George is playing dinosaur.
Yeah, George likes to play with his big sister, Peppa. She is lots of fun even though she can be a bit bossy sometimes. And George loved his toy dinosaur.
Mommy Pig gun on the computer.
Yes. Daddy Pig is very jolly except when he can't find his reading glasses. They are also reading books.
And they're making a new book.
Yeah.
Monkey.
Yes, he enjoys planning family trips in the car and reading the newspaper. And this is Mommy Pig. Mommy Pig works from home. She has a computer and sometimes she lets Peppa and George help.
And they're playing Meg and Birds and Egg.
Yes.
And they're playing at the computer.
Let's see. Who's that? Who's Peppa's Pig best friend? Who's this?
Susie.
Susie Sheep is Peppa's best friend. They play
He's playing
together.
They're
whenever
playing
they
jumping
can.
on this to do it on exercise.
The skipping rope.
The rope.
And who's this? And
Rabbit.
Rebecca Rabbit lives in a warren.
No, a bubble.
It is inside of the hill. She has a little brother named Richard Rabbit. And what's his favorite
they're
food?
playing bubbles.
Carrot. And he's playing
Bubbles.
And who is this? Pedro.
Pedro. And a ducky there.
Yeah.
That's Mr. Wolf.
That's Mr. Wolf. So Pedro Pony goes to the same playgroup as Peppa. His father is Mr. Pony, the eye doctor. Pedro loves pretending that he is a cowboy. He can even play a ukulele. And Danny Dog is a big football fan. He also helped Granddad Dog at the garage. And who's this? Gerald Giraffe. Belongs to...
They're playing music.
And who's this? Zoe
Zebra.
Yay. You know all the characters. And that's it. Let me see if you... Who's this?
Mr. Rabbit.
And this?
Peppa. Zebra.
That's not a zebra. Giraffe.
Giraffe.
And this Peppa Pig?
Susie.
Azusi. And this?
Pedro.
And this?
George.
And this?
Wolf.
Wolf.
Who's that there?
I don't know.
Pedro.
Where's the other? Where are all the Peppa's character? Okay, that's it.
Not yet.
Ito daw po ang next naming babasahin. The Princess and the Pea. Once upon a time, there was a lonely prince. He lived in a big castle with beautiful rooms and a pretty garden. But he wasn't happy because he didn't have someone special to share them with. If only I could find a lovely princess to marry his heart. So the prince traveled far and wide and searched high and low, but he couldn't find anyone he liked. Maybe I'm just too fussy, thought the prince. But in his heart he knew he hadn't met the princess of his dream. When he returned, the king and the queen greeted the prince happily. I haven't found the princess yet, he sniffed sadly. I guess I never will. Don't be silly, said the queen. The right girl will come along soon. And that night, there was a terrible storm. Thunder boomed so loudly that it rattled the castle windows. Lightning shook the tables as the prince and his parents sat down to eat dinner. And suddenly, they all heard a loud rat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Something was knocking on the door. Who could be visiting us on a night like this? Asked the queen. Someone was knocking. The prince opened the door and found a very wet girl standing in front of him. Raindrops was run down his muddy cloak, making a puddle at her feet. Oh, it's dripping all over. And the girl pushed back her hood and wild curls tumbled out. Look how curly is her hair. Hello, he said with a smile. I just got lost on my way home and wondered if I could stay here for the night to shelter from the rain. My name is Princess Polly. She didn't look much like a princess, but princess must always be polite, so the prince invited her inside. Soon the princess was warm and dry. What's that?
Pet.
Yeah, there's their pet.
Come on.
All night long, rain fell flippity-flop on the castle roof. But the prince hardly noticed because he was too busy talking to Princess Polly. He was pretty and funny and kind, and Princess Polly was everything the prince had hoped to find in a princess. By the end of the evening, the prince had fallen in love. There's the prince. But the queen wanted to be sure that the girl really was a princess. The queen told the servant to pile a bed high with mattresses. They heaped one on the top of another until they had no more mattresses left. Then they placed a pillow and quilt right on the top, and underneath the mattress of the very bottom, the queen placed a teeny tiny pea. Only a real princess would be able to fill something so small to all these mattresses. Okay. When the queen showed Princess Polly to her bedroom, the girl gazed up at the tower of mattresses but didn't say anything. She was just grateful to have a bed for the evening. Good night, said Princess Polly. Sleep tight, whispered the queen. And Princess Polly changed into her nightgown, climbed right to the top of the pile of the mattresses, and snuggled under the quilt. The next morning, Princess Polly came down to breakfast with a dark circle under her eyes. She let her a great big yawn. How did you sleep, my dear? Asked the queen. And Princess Polly burst into tears. I don't want to be ungrateful, but I'm afraid. I couldn't sleep a wink. There was something lumpy and bumpy in my bed. It kept me awake all night long. So Princess Polly surprised the queen, clapped her hands with delight. So you are a real princess, the queen cried. The prince was overjoyed. Will you marry me?
Hmm.
Princess Polly, he asked. Yes,
Yes,
squealed the
thanks.
princess. And they all lived happily ever after.
Whoa.
The end.
They're done.
Yes. Okay, the end.